Awesome. Good stuff. Go
Good
for it.
evening, everybody. Welcome to our Lifewave presentation tonight. My name is Jonathan Sakaji. I'm a medic and a teacher by formal training, and I'm now so excited to be a part of Lifewave. And we're here today, guys, to share a wonderful message with you. It's simply a message of healing, a message of light, and a message of wealth. And today, something happened in my life that reminded me so much of why I got into Lifewave in the first place. And I'll just take a second to share that with you. I'm currently 30 years old. And like maybe when I was 18, I would do like somersaults on trampolines and I fall off them. It wouldn't be any problem. And now like 30, just like a touch older, right? I'm still pretty young, I hope. And today I was on a trampoline and I did a couple somersaults. And while I was doing one of those somersaults, I landed on the side of the trampoline on my back. And there was the shooting pain through my back. And I was like, oh my word, what have I done? And, went through the rest of the day. But currently, any motion that I'm doing, any bending motion, it hurts my back. And just right now, this minute, because I hurt it today, doing somersaults on the trampoline. And why I initially got involved in Lifewave is because I had a back injury. I threw out my lower back working on a farm. I had to wrestle with a car. And yeah, I threw out my lower back so badly that the next day when I woke up, I couldn't get myself dressed. My wife had to help me put my trousers on and my socks and shoes and help me stumble to the car and cart me to the doctor, x-rays. And they said that the muscles around my sciatic nerve had become inflamed and they were putting pressure on the nerve. So I must just rest and stretch. It's like, okay, cool. So I rested and I stretched. And 3 weeks later, I could function. But that pain never went away. In fact, it kept on getting worse because I'm fairly active and any motion that I would do to bend would hurt my lower back. And it was like that all day, every day for more than a year, right? Constantly in pain. And in fact, it was starting to get worse. Pain was running down the back of my leg. And on some days, my toes on the left-hand side were numb. And that was really freaking me out. And obviously went back to the doctor. They said that the muscles around that sciatic nerve are now chronically inflamed. Right. And so they wanted to give me some meds and send me to chiropractors and all of that. And during that process, while I was like wondering, shucks, what am I going to do with this back? This wonderful man, Neil, got on a phone call with me and told me about this wonderful little patch that we're going to be talking about tonight. This is the X39. I put this little thing on myself. And 2 months later, I woke up for the first time in over a year with no pain in my back. And it was gone. And it, like that day, I had no pain. Then I overdid it and I hurt it a little bit again. And but now, about 6 months later, I'm sitting with you with absolutely no pain in my back until today when I did that somersault on the trampoline and landed on my back. And it's not the old injury because it's on the opposite side of my back. But I'm feeling so blessed currently now. And this was a big reminder, like, why did I start with Lifewave initially? Because now I know I've got this back injury, but hey, I've got something that's going to sort it out. Whereas before, what am I going to do? To the chiro? Yeah, maybe it's going to do something. To the doctor? Yeah, maybe it's going to do something. But this thing sorted me out initially. And I know that this injury that I currently have, it's going to sort out. And I know because when I rang my dad, when my back healed, he bought some patches. And he has cardiac failure. And he was battling to walk, guys, to move, like from the house to the car. And once he put this little sticker on himself, 2.5 months later, he was able to go on a 45-minute walk without needing to sit down. And now, even later, I've heard that he's come off some of his pain medication, and I can't believe how wonderful that is for me. So let's get to this presentation here, because we have a wonderful message to share with you about this wonderful patch that's healing thousands of people around the globe. People that have been suffering from medical ailments for years are recovering. And imagine what that does to their quality of life. It just improves it. My quality of life has gotten so much better. And just a disclaimer right here up front, like Lifewave is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. I'm simply sharing my experience of it. But Lifewave is for holistic healing. It is not to treat any specific medical condition. We begin with David Smith. This is our CEO, our founder, and our inventor of this wonderful little patch, the X39. He has over 150 patents, and he's very hands-on in this business. Like, he's the CEO, the inventor, and the owner, right? Like, he didn't sell this to the pharmaceutical industry because they might have shut it down. I don't know. And he didn't sell this to some sales team that was going to push it, right? He took it on, and he is just so hands-on with this business because he started it. He's currently running it, and he invented the thing that's making it fly. He's a member of the International Hall of Fame of Inventors. This is not his first roadshow inventing something. He's in the Hall of Fame, guys. And in 2008, David focused his research on stem cells, specializing especially in age reversing. And the recent patent took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring to market. Lifewave is a pioneering life technology company dedicated to enhancing quality of life through innovative health technology. And it began with David Smith way back in 2004. And so last year, we had our 20th birthday, right? And that says that this company has sustainability. Because if you know anything about business stats, we know that 95 and 96% of businesses fail within the first 10 years, right? It's gone. And we've had 2 decades here, 20 years. It's sustainable. It's now open in over 75 countries. And look at the growth of this company, guys. In 2021, they did 20 million in sales. Then 2022, 320 million, 23, 430. Last year, we did over 600 million in sales. And this year, we expect it to exceed $1 billion in sales. We got a couple of awards last year. One was a Momentum Award, and this one was the Growth Award, the Global Bravo Growth Award, for being the #1 growth company in the world. We received that award last year. And so why this little patch? Why the X39 stem cell reaction patch? Like, what's the big deal about it? Why do we need it? Why should we use it? What is the big deal? It's because the fewer stem cells that we have, the faster we age and the slower we heal. Now, when we're kids, we've got like trillions and trillions of these stem cells, and they're constantly duplicating and becoming whatever cell they need to become, because a stem cell is the building block for every single cell in our body. So before any cell becomes that cell, including your heart, your brain, your liver, all your organs, your blood vessels, it was first a stem cell. And then it differentiates into whatever cell it's going to become. So these things are quite important. We need them because our bodies are constantly kicking out the old cells and replacing them with new ones, right? But at the age of 30, we've lost half of our stem cell activity. Half of them have gone dormant, right? And so we've lost half our capacity to heal, repair, rejuvenate at 30. That's how old I am, and that freaks me out a little bit. And at the age of 60, we're lucky if we have 10% of stem cells that are still active. And so we've lost almost all capacity to heal, rejuvenate, recover. And that's why we get these aches and pains as we get older, right? We develop these diseases, our hair falls out, we get wrinkles, right? But now we've got this wonderful X39 that is doing such amazing things. It's non-transdermal, so nothing goes into your skin from this. It's non-invasive. How it works is it's a proprietary form of light technology, phototherapy. So it works off light, guys. It reflects light to activate. It's a specific low frequency of light, and it's actually caught from our own bodies because our bodies emit light. This sticker then catches that, sends back the low frequency onto our skin at a specific frequency, and that causes our bodies to produce GHKCU, a copper peptide. And this is known to reactivate dormant stem cells. Man, this is one of the things I love about this patch is that there's no drugs in it. It's not a pill. There's no stimulants. There's no chemicals, guys. Nothing passes through the stomach, liver, or the kidneys because we know medication puts strain on those things. So it's incredibly safe to use, and it's not a Me Too product. This is the first of its kind. Nobody else has this thing. And we've got the patent to ensure that Lifewave keeps hold of this for the next 15 years, I believe, because we got the patent in 2020. And this is just the extract from the patent here. And when you get a patent, the product has to do what it says it does, right? Otherwise, they can't issue the patent, right? Because there would be no need for nobody to copy it if it's not working, right? So this is an extract from the patent. I'm just going to read the bottom piece here. It says embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide, that's the GHKCU, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation in antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements in stamina, and elevation of collagen production. I just want to touch on that because collagen is the supporting structure for our entire bodies. When we think collagen, we usually think skin, hair, nails, right? But collagen is actually the building block, the supporting structure. It keeps the walls tight, right? And so if there's no collagen, we get the wrinkles, right? And so that collagen is also internal. It's in our blood vessels. It's in our organs. It's in literally everything. And so if we elevate our collagen, our entire body becomes healthier. It also helps with wound healing. This is such an awesome site up here. These results, guys, they weren't just pulled out of a hat. This is from a case study that you can find on thisisit.info.com. These are proven results, okay, of long-term use of the X39. Within the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset to a younger, healthier state. And within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. And within 3 months, collagen is increased. So we puff up. And within 6 months, our heart reverses in age. There's an awesome case study on that. You can go have a look at it. And this from the inventor, David Smith. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. What a bold statement, guys. What an incredible time to live in. So how to wear the X39, this wonderful patch. It's meant for a single use. You take one patch out, you put it on for 12 hours, and then you take it off for 12 hours. This is so that your body doesn't build up resistance to the stimulus, and that process is called attenuation. Then the next day, you put a new patch on and repeat. 12 hours on, 12 hours on, off. Very, very important. Be extremely hydrated. Drink plenty of water. The better hydrated you are, the better the patches are going to work. I suggest also supplementing with some electrolytes and possibly even some copper. So the more freely available it is in our systems, the better that molecule is able to form. All right, guys. I'm now going to hand it over to my wonderful partner, Neil, who's going to share some case studies and testimonials with us. I've shared mine already. And so over to you, Neil.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you very much. I get so excited when I listen to this presentation and when I listen to, this awesome company and opportunity that we have to be a part of. I just love sharing it with people. And a lot of people, they don't really realize what we have just as yet. As soon as they start getting involved and as soon as they start putting that patch onto them, they can start feeling what it feels like to be healed with the power of light. It is actually something phenomenal. Myself, I've been on the patch now for about 14 months, myself and my wife. My wife cannot go without it. She patches herself every single day. I patch myself every day as well. And I used to wake up with aches and pains every single morning, especially in my fingers. I started feeling it quite a lot, and in my legs. And, I wasn't what they would call a one-patch wonder. So for me, it took a steadily time, over time. I slowly started realizing, hey, but I don't feel any pain in my fingers anymore and in my legs. It was just like all of a sudden like, oh, wow, I don't feel that anymore. And as I watch testimonials, a lot of people say, and then all of a sudden they realized they can now sit in a crouching position and they don't feel pain anymore. So you hear testimonials like that over and over, and the internet is full of them. Thousands and thousands of testimonials as we share this patch one person at a time. And isn't that awesome? So awesome that we can be involved in this. We can participate in this, where we can share this patch with people. So this is a topography map of a lady at the age of 77 who's went in for a scan. So basically it's a scan of her brain. And you can see there is a lot of inflammation in her brain when she went in for session 1. All that red in her brain is inflammation. Then she started wearing the patch. She wore it on her neck, and she came in 3 weeks later. As you can see, when they did a topography map, a scan, then after 3 weeks, all the inflammation was gone. Isn't that just incredible? No chemicals, no drugs, nothing like that. It is just all with the power of this little patch, this miracle patch that she was wearing. And then in 6 weeks, you can see that her brain had a complete turnaround and better brain coherence. So, and I'll show you another one here. This is inflammation on the heart. The red was not good after 2 months. You can see the improvement on the heart. And then after 5 months, total turnaround. This heart is literally, the cells are becoming stronger, the cells are becoming younger, and this heart is functioning much better than what it did 5 months ago. And that is all because of the X39 patch. You can see the red there is inflammation on this person's back and in the front. And just after 30 minutes on the X39 patch, you can see a huge improvement. The improvement means no more pain. Do you know what that means to people who live in pain for a long time? It actually debilitates you. And when you can get rid of that pain, you have so much more of quality of life. And that is what people are getting. You know, just this week, one of our brand partners, she shared with us, Cindy, she's on this call tonight, how she's feeling a lot less pain. Let's just go. Yeah, you can see on this horse the inflammation in reduction in inflammation, and I love showing pets. I just love it. Let me just see. Let me tell me if you can see this one with this little dog. Here you can see this little dog is paralyzed in his back legs, and I wonder if you can you hear, Jonathan? Just tell me if you can hear the sound of that. Can you not? Oh, it's okay. There's not much sound. You just hear birds twittering, and there's not much sound. But I'll talk you through it. You can see that this dog is paralyzed in the back legs, and the owner of this little dog decided they're going to put this dog on the X39, and 4 days on the X39, 4 days. Look at what has happened. Isn't that just amazing? You know, and animals, they don't lie. They have no agenda. They've got no reason to lie. And so you can see the quality of life with this little dog just coming back. Now, because I don't have sound, I'm going to skip these ones. Okay, I don't need sound for this one either. You can just watch this little one. This is a little Jack Russell, age 13. Look at the twitching in this dog's eyes. And you can see how unbalanced he is. The owner has to kind of help him up. Watch this. You can see there. Oh. They put the X39 patch on this dog, and 24 hours later, you can see that there's less twitching, a little bit more balance, and he even got his appetite back. Just look at this. This is just heartwarming stuff to see, you know, especially if you love animals. Now, this is 36 hours later. You can see, look at the eyes. The twitching has totally disappeared. It's like as if there's just so much life that has come back in this dog. Look at this. 2 days later, he's walking. Now, can you believe this? This is unbelievable. And this is what's happening to us all around. Everybody experiencing the X39 experiences something. Within 3 months, I promise you, you will feel something. Something will happen. It might not be significant. It might be significant, but something will happen. Here you can see wound healing testimonials This is within 5 days. A guy that had a snowboarding accident, a lady up there that had quite a big gash on her chin, her cheek there, a finger accident. 21 days later, this gentleman, 7 weeks. Just look at the healing. And that is what stem cells do. You start activating, reactivating those dormant stem cells, and they just go to work. Your body just does what it's intended to do. It does what God made your body to do. And all this patch does, is it just reactivates the stem cells through light, non-transdermal, no chemicals. It just, with light, just elevates a copper peptide, and that activates the stem cells. Look at this. This is after a year on the patch. This lady looks literally like as if she is 10 years younger. Because of the collagen. Remember, Jonathan, he said that it increases collagen within our body. Collagen, antioxidants, stem cells. Look at this lady as well. She just looks healthy. She looks good. This gentleman, my goodness. Such a turnaround in life. Yes, some more wound healing, vitiligo examples. It just shows you that stem cells are our body's own natural healing cell. This is like drinking from the fountain of youth, basically. And this company has made this now available to each and every one of us. We have a Telegram group that you can go and look for just about any ailment, and there will be testimonials with regards to those ailments. Here are some famous athletes found wearing the Lifewave patches. I don't know the Sean May NBA player, but I do know Michael Phelps. I know Michael Beckham. I'm not too sure about. I don't know Lorenzo Savadori that much. Some of you might know him. And I don't know who of you knows this athlete. There is Neil Slater running a marathon. My wife and I, we are avid marathon lovers. We love it. There you can see me just underneath my kneecap wearing my patch. And yeah, I can definitely say that these patches make a difference in our recovery rate, in absolutely everything that we do. I'm just going to end off my side of the presentation with the business part of Lifewave. So as brand partners, we are so grateful that we have a part in sharing this with those around us, with people we love. Just as Jonathan, when I came across these patches, I immediately showed them to my parents. My parents are on those patches now. It has helped my dad with his arthritis. It has helped my mom. They went off it for a short while, and my mom got sick. She got very sick. And then she went back on it. And she's like, no, she can't go without these patches, just because she can feel the difference that they've made in her life. But being part of that, being able to see people and sharing with their testimonials is just incredible. And so another part of why we are doing this is because Lifewave has made it possible for us to build a business around the Lifewave model, the Lifewave product. Okay? And there are 4 ways in how we can make money. The first is just in commissions, where you purchase at cost, you sell at retail. The second is where you receive product incentive bonuses for every referral that you do. The third way is through cycle bonuses. In our network marketing compensation plan, we build our network in 2 teams. We build a left leg and a right leg. And what I love about that is that our teams help each other build. So because we're only building left and right, my upline, as they are building, they are placing people underneath me, and I am benefiting from those people. I've done nothing to add them, but my team is growing, and the same with the people underneath us. As you build, you only build left and right, and we help each other build our teams, and that is what is so awesome about Lifewave, and the compensation plan that we have. And then the last and fourth way is matching bonuses. In the business, we focus on becoming managers. It is the first rank within Lifewave. And as we focus on becoming managers, that is as easy as knowing 4 people. It is putting 2 people left and 2 people right. And as you do that, as soon as you hit manager, you qualify for first level matching bonus. So what that means is every personal referral that you bring into the company, Like, for example, Jonathan, he's my very first referral. If he makes $100 this week, I make 25% from that. So I'll make $25 because of building a team and building off of the power of leverage that only network marketing can give us. And that is such an awesome and powerful concept to be a part of. So as we rank to manager, we just build left and right. I did the small little exercise just to show you, just quick. We can go into the technicalities of that. And if you want to know a little bit more about the compensation plan, please reach out to the person who introduced you to this video. They will share with you a 1 hour beautiful, simple, video that goes into a little bit more detail about the compensation plan. It is very comprehensive, and so we can't go into too much detail. But if you just keep duplicating the efforts of all of us focusing on reaching manager, so that means I help Jonathan go manager. I help, everybody who I bring in go manager. He helps everybody that he brings in go manager. They help everybody. So we build generations of managers. If I enroll 4 brand partners, teach them to hit manager, and just duplicate, then you will see what that duplication can do. So if I have 2 generations of managers, I'll earn about an income of 1,900 Rand a month. 3 generations is 6,600. That's about $350 a month. 4 generations of managers brings in an average South African income. And 5 generations of managers, then it just starts exploding, where you can have a considerable income of 108,000 Rand a month, which is about $560. So you can see, I've asked a guy the other day, have you ever imagined of making $100,000 a month, or 100,000 Rand a month? And he said, no, it's impossible. And that is what I love about this. I said, it's not impossible, my friend. It's not impossible. Everybody can do it. Anybody has that opportunity. You must just be able to believe in yourself, learn the principles of network marketing, and then build on those. Duplication is key. I can show you how, and here it is. You can start making 100,000 Rand. Start working on that today. What are you doing today to make this possible tomorrow, the next month, and in a year's time? It can absolutely happen. And here you can see, this is taken from Lifewave's earning disclosure statement. The average time it takes for someone to reach the highest rank in Lifewave is 2 years if you work full time on this business. Now, what would you do with an extra 400,000 Rand a year? That equates to about 600,000 Rand a month. That's a lot of money. And that is average. Those are averages. I'd like to share something with you. This week, I met a lady, also part of network marketing. She started 7 years ago, and she just worked and worked and worked. 7 years later, this month, she's an African lady. She lives in South Africa. She started off with nothing. She had absolutely nothing. She was not employed, and she took a little bit of money that she had and started her network marketing company. This month, she made over 1 million Rand in her network marketing company. That is the power that we have when we get started. Donald Trump was asked, what would you do if you lose everything that you have? He said, I will look for a network marketing company and I will get started working it. And that is what we've got here. How do we get started? So you register as a Lifewave brand partner with this awesome product, this awesome company. Jonathan mentioned it. This company is the fastest growing. It's the #1 company in the world at the moment. If you're looking for the #1 company, you found it. If you're looking for the best product that is not replicated anywhere in the world, you found it. So what more are you looking for? This is an awesome opportunity. Register as a Lifewave brand partner. If you're coming in, you can choose one of three packages to start off with: the core, the advanced, the premium. Most South Africans start off with the core. It works out to about 6,500 Rand to get started. With that, you get 3 sleeves of the X39. This is a sleeve. Within a sleeve, you get 30 patches. That is 1 month's supply. There are other ways of starting as well. If you cannot afford that in your budget, please speak to the person that has introduced you to this presentation, and that person can show you how you can start off with much less. A registration fee of $25 gets you started. and we can show you how to do it by as little as that. Okay, then you patch, become a product of the product. I promise you there is nothing more powerful than your own testimonial. And once you have that, you just share it. You share and you duplicate the system. As you duplicate the system, we have a winning formula. It's the blueprint of our company. Focus on becoming manager. If you become manager, you just teach those who you refer to the business to become manager. You focus on that, you will automatically rank up through the business, through the company, and you will start earning those incomes that I have shown you earlier. Now, David Schmidt says, you have an incredible opportunity before you today. The opportunity to bring the healing power of light to everyone around you. We have done what we needed to do, and that is share it. The ball is in your court. What are you going to do with it? And what I would like to end up with is, do you have an unstoppable attitude towards success? What would you do if you took two things out of your life? The one, pride. The other one, fear. Because I'm telling you, those are the only two things that stop people from reaching success. Pride and fear. Take that out, and what can you achieve? Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I thank you for saying yes to the person who's introduced you to this in this presentation. Thank you for saying yes to come and watch. Because now you've seen it. Now you can make a sort of an informed decision. You can now decide, okay, I want to find out more. Send me more information. Let me do a little bit of research. Or you can say, hey, listen here, I'm in. Let's get started. I want to get started with this as quickly as possible. So I say thank you very much, and let's live long, live well, and let's live younger.